so you can be recorded. Sat like this, and you can be sat like this.
Sit the fuck up, like Tana.
Tana
on the
really
cancel
like
podcast, she's just like chilling like this.
I want to
this
record
and
like this,
and then one right here.
But
they also have a
lie
team.
down.
They have a whole fucking team.
We don't need a team. We just need a second camera. You're so dramatic. Like, why do we need?
They
a
do,
second?
but to make sure everything is like going well. Like I feel
Welcome
like we're
back.
gonna have a glitch down the line
with 2 cameras.
Something will go wrong.
No, we must expand at one point.
I'm trying to vlog too.
Ooh.
So I was telling them a little bit. I was telling them about our events, guys.
Hi,
we're
guys.
here. All right.
Anyhow,
welcome, guys. Okay, let's fix yourself.
They said stop covering your pillow.
But I need to cover my fat. Okay,
I'm just gonna accept my fat.
That's just what it is. Okay, I'm not accepting shit.
Oh, okay.
Welcome
back, guys.
I'm Oshs.
I'm Akela,
and we are Cue the Commentary. And on this podcast, we discuss Am I the Asshole Reddit scenarios, and we decide whether or not they are the a-holes in their messed up situations or not. And that's what we do.
Sometimes, sorry, I missed my cue.
You missed your cue, you freaking.
Sorry, because sometimes you just like I actually zoned out.
No,
like I came
hello?
back and you were done talking.
Can you go?
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes you just need that unbiased opinion because you can't ask the people around you because maybe they are the problem or maybe you are the problem. And we're here to solve the mystery for you. And we love when you engage with us and we love to hear your thoughts on all of these scenarios.
Yep.
And yeah, that's what we do.
That's what we do
here.
Guys, we hit 200
oh my
ratings
God.
on Spotify. So we're like official now. Like that's
100%. We said it. We literally said after 200, don't talk to us anymore.
Don't talk. We are like
don't worry
up
about
here
us
right now. Like
don't worry
we're
about
like,
us.
you know,
yeah,
with the top dogs, you know.
We're going to hit top 10 on
we
iTunes
really
and
do.
Spotify
we
just
really
now.
Will.
We need to get on iTunes actually.
We really
talking
do.
about iTunes. But
yeah,
maybe Spotify will hit like top 10.
Perhaps, you know, keep rating us. Our next goal is 300.
Please rate.
If you guys
subscribe.
are watching and not rating us on Spotify, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
please
help us out, okay?
Just help us.
Yeah.
And like you guys are like, if you're listening right now, you're part of the beginning. Like you are here. You know what I mean? Like
this is only the beginning.
This is the beginning.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No,
thank you
real.
so much. 200 is so crazy because that is literally so like if somebody stumbles across us, they're gonna be like, oh, this is like a really legitimate podcast.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
people love them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And all 5 stars.
I don't know what it is, but it's different when it's like 200 views versus like 200 listeners.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it means
when
more.
Are on Spotify listening, you're listening to the entire episode.
Yeah.
I think the YouTube watchers listen to the whole episode too.
Me
though.
too.
They do.
Me too.
But
I don't know why we got so used to views.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like when you have 1,000 views, it's like not a lot, but really 1,000 people is like
it's
lot.
Crazy. If you put 1,000 people in front of you, you're like, all of you guys heard my podcast. Thank you.
That's crazy.
It's just like I think we got caught up with just like numbers and not really equating it to people and like how much it really is. Even our like last video, I think it's like at like 9K or something, which is like
it's
insane. But I know for us, we're like, oh, we're like holding on to like mukbang numbers, which is different. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's a new journey and it's completely different. But right now hitting 200 rates on Spotify is crazy. I think it's a big deal. Yeah. So thank you so much. Keep rating us. If you're listening, if you're new here, welcome to Cue the Commentary. Rate us, subscribe, join the conversation, leave comments down below. And let's get into it. There's so much to talk about this week.
So we were just talking about Wendy Williams. Like a clip popped up on TikTok of her doing her when she goes to the audience and like they explain their literal
Wendy, right?
Yeah, ask Wendy their messed up situations, and then she either like gives advice or tells them to sit down.
Yeah,
and it's just crazy because like I used to be tuned in every Thursday. Whenever a new Wendy would come out, she would spill all the tea. And this was before Shade Room, before any of those like social media rumor channels.
She's such a good gossiper.
She's been doing this for years.
She is so good at it. And she knows how to ask the right questions. She's not scared to make people uncomfortable.
In front of them. She would bring guests. You remember that episode of
Drea?
Naomi Campbell,
any person who came on there, they only are on there. And the thing is too, like they're not stupid. You came on there because you know you're gonna talk about that shit, right? So she literally confronts people about stuff that we all want to know. Not that what she didn't have, like obviously there's you know nuance and whatever, but she is just so good at her job. She's so like on her feet. Like, can you imagine doing literally live television, and just being that quick-witted, that smart, that like on your toes for freaking everything. Like somebody asks you advice, you have the fucking answer. Like maybe some of it was planned, but like,
yeah.
All in all, Wendy's a fucking genius.
No, she's an OG. Like, we feel so bad. Like, now
she's sick, eh?
I know, and people are like, she kind of deserves it because she was like, you know, talking shit
it's
about
all the
so
bad
many
things
people. It's
that
like
she was saying,
karma.
like karma.
But I don't know. She's been sick for a while with her like thyroid issue she's been having.
The thing is, when you get old, everybody gets sick. Everybody has
know.
issues, so you can't really like. It's not you're deserving. Because look at Celine Dion. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it just
I don't
what
know.
It is, man.
It's
but
just crazy.
And then she brought up how we're gonna witness so many celebrities, in our generation, like that we've seen growing up, pass away or get sick.
Like, we're gonna watch them enter like a
get
different
terminally
era.
ill.
Yeah, like it's so crazy to think. And then I remember like when we were younger, my parents, like my mom and like the women in my family, were so tapped into pop culture. Like, even though it wasn't their culture, like they knew the big celebrities, they knew what was going on, because it's like, it's really like, now that we're getting older, I have way more of an appreciation for pop culture. It's not vapid. It's not like ditzy or whatever to be tapped in, because it really makes up our culture and makes up everything that we watch and pay attention to, and like and what we do, how we dress, like it affects us in every single way. So like, now that we're a little older, I have so much more appreciation for like, not celebrities, but just being tapped into like what's going on. And like, oh, like you watched this actress like in this movie when she was younger and now she's older. Or like for Celine Dion, for example, like we've been listening to her our whole lives. Our mothers have been listening to her for we grew up listening to that music, and now watching her get so sick, it's like, how can you not be affected by it? Like, how can you not be like, how crazy is this?
It's so sad,
It's insane. Anyway, then we were talking about quick-wittedness, and we were talking about who are the most quick-witted people. But we were saying like, to be that smart, to be that quick-witted, and to be like that, like just fast with comebacks on your feet like that, you have to be so smart. And then we were saying that really and truly, the smartest people and the people you do not want to get into any kind of verbal battle with is the freaking Somalis. Somalis are the funniest people I've ever met in my life. 100%. I grew up around with Somalis. They each and every time will have me on the floor dying. I think it's because they usually come from big families. And I think there's a psychological something related to having a big family, having a strict family, and then being funny and smart. Like there's a connection there.
Having an immigrant family,
especially having an immigrant family,
that a level of like funniness. Just I don't know,
because
right off the bat,
because your parents are hilarious.
Just hilarious.
They're hilarious. Like, I think my parents are the most, like, they're so funny without knowing that they're funny. And that makes you funny.
No, there's nothing better than kikiing with your siblings about your parents.
No, because
like,
and
it's not like in a making fun of way. It's just like pure observation. It's hilarious.
What's their issue?
No, what is wrong with them?
Like, is there an issue here? Because I think there's, and then we have to talk about it.
There is no issue. They don't know. They don't see it. They don't see anything wrong with anything.
So funny. Anyway, shout out Somalis. You guys are actually the funniest people ever. What else is new?
We were talking about Love Island.
We're definitely talking about
the
Love
world
Island
is talking
week,
about Love
by the
Island.
way.
USA. Because
Sorry,
okay, which couple are you rooting for?
Janae and Kenny.
Really?
Absolutely.
No, I love them. They're top 3 for me.
Oh, 3?
Probably number 2. Yeah.
It's Serena and
Cordell.
Yeah, Serena and Cordell.
Number
and
1
then
for
Janae
me.
and Kenny are my winners.
Yeah,
personally, they're my winners.
I love them together. I think they balance each other out so well.
Who?
Janae and
Kenny.
Yeah,
right?
I definitely feel like she needs a calm, confident.
When he cried.
No, when he cried, I'm like,
give him another chance,
sir. Please stop. No, literally,
I was like, didn't mean it.
Give him another chance.
He loves you.
He is so cute. But like, also, like, why would you bring her back? It's like, are you okay in that?
Did you see her
He's
face?
A little slow, I feel like, because
he's younger too.
Yeah, but like, why would you bring her back? Like, you literally just met her.
He did mention that he brought her back because him and Janae only started getting closer before he had to go to Casa, right?
Yeah. No, you're really defending this guy.
I really actually love him.
I feel like he's very genuine.
They didn't have enough of a long time to get connected, but he did like Janae more. Yeah. But he's like, I'm sure someone's going to snatch her up, and like, she's not going to be standing there by herself, so I guess maybe I have to like try to get to know her, because it's not that I don't like her, it's just I like Janae more. And when he saw her standing alone, you saw the regret in his eyes. You saw actually the fear in Catherine's eyes as well. Like, the girl he brought with her. Why was she so scared? What was she worried about?
She's just such a hidden character on the show. Like,
I don't know.
She needs to like stand up or like,
oh my God, it's
say
so
something.
Sad. Somebody pulled up her Instagram and was like, guys, please get her to 2,400 followers. Like, she doesn't even have 2,400 followers. After
Where did they find her? Just like
the sleuths on Twitter. are insane.
No, the way they found Danae, what's her name? Daya's freaking comments on Odell Beckham's Instagram, and the way she needs, she actually needed to defend herself because there's no way.
No, you know what she did?
I believe her though.
No, I don't believe her. What do you mean they found receipts? She's
okay, I didn't see the receipts, but she said on her boyfriend's Instagram.
Nope, there's nothing. It was on. Okay, so hold on.
Oh
so
no.
Daya, guys, this is, by the way, spoiler alert. Sorry.
Catch up.
Catch up.
If
you're not tapped in by now, you're really not.
You're missing out.
I'm gonna try my best to get this out quick because this is very much like you have to hear it before, like while it's happening. You know. Yeah. But Daya, the way she was defending herself like a liar. I'm so sorry.
Really?
Yes. Like everyone said it too. It was very much like she was over explaining. She wasn't making eye contact. She was fidgeting. Like she was like nervous, and the way she cried right away, it was giving you got caught. Like in that challenge when they're like, oh, like she knows who his brother is, whatever. She started crying right away.
Yeah, but I bought into it. I was like,
nah.
Okay, she's really genuine and she really feels bad.
I took it,
or like not feels bad, but like I guess attacked by social media. You know, so I kind of felt bad for her.
Nah, you know, I took it the complete opposite way.
But if there's proof, the proof is in it's
she
there.
Not only liked pictures, she's commented heart eyes under his his stuff.
That's so crazy, and that will only make Cordell run to Serena even more. But he's always been obsessed with her.
With who?
Yeah, when she was trying to explain herself.
Yeah, she was like, he's like, it's fine. I've been dealing with this my whole life. Poor guy. That was so miskin.
Yeah.
Can you? Because I was just thinking about Cordell too. Because Cordell's also really young. Like he's 21.
Yeah.
Right. So
22
or 22. But Cordell having a brother as famous as
Odell Beckham,
like
dating Kim K right now, Odell Beckham.
Is that his name?
Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
He's a football player.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you asking?
Yeah. I don't know.
You said he's a football.
I just know he's like a handsome black man. That's it.
He's a football player. Okay. Yeah, and so I don't know, like growing up like that, I'm sure it's so irritating. So any like hint of like, oh, you want my brother, you're using me to get closer to my brother somehow, I'm sure would be such a turnoff.
Even with not only girls, boys too, with friends.
It's everywhere, I'm sure. Poor thing, yeah.
He just gives me a really good vibe. Like I'm rooting for Cordell.
I love Cordell because and you know what is so funny?
He felt bad the entire time.
He did. When in Casa,
like making out with a girl. I felt he did. I felt he really liked Serena
when he came to the boys.
Losing her.
Yes. I think there was definitely a sense of guilt in Cordell. What I love about him is that exactly the same as him and Kenny, they both had their eyes set out on Serena and Janae from the beginning.
Yeah.
Kenny chose her to go on the date first.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And Janae was waiting to get chosen, which I know was such a good feeling for her. And then Serena too. Serena like mugged him off so many times and he still wanted her.
No, he's obsessed.
I love it.
But Serena's stunning and her smile is like,
she's the cutest thing ever.
She just like she has vibrations. Yeah. Like, you know, she makes you want to gravitate to her.
For sure. And she's just like both Serena and Janae just give me like, I'd be friends with these girls in real life. Like they're so cool. You can just tell. And I don't know, like I like that Cordell. You can tell Cordell just loves black women and he's not swayed by any of the and people were bringing it up. Like obviously in Love Island we're going to have discourse about anti-blackness because it's been an issue in this show for so long, but to find a man who like genuinely loves black women, understands black women, is not listening to the advice of the boys saying like, "Oh, she's crazy, she's so emotional, like she's not able to like control her emotions, whatever." Yeah. Literally in 1 year out the other, he's like, "Yeah, I'm still going to go for Serena."
Cuz he knew he was wrong.
That
blow up was so like warranted.
100%.
How dare you bring her back to rub in my face?
Yeah.
Like no, that when she I forgot that line, but she was just like, it didn't take me a week to, or like, it didn't take me 3 days to realize it was always you or something like that.
Yeah.
And
like, nothing could have swayed her.
Yeah. Like,
She definitely felt like,
Cordell, you fucked up. Like, you need to make it up to her.
And she didn't say don't get to know people. She just said do it respectfully.
No, literally.
Like,
you did not need to do the most with that girl.
Was a lot.
It was so fucking much. No, like such a character.
People, to be just devil's advocate, what people were saying like, hey, if you're a slow burner, maybe Love Island isn't the show you should be on.
Yeah.
Which is fair, but it doesn't matter. She is a slow burner. She finally opened up, trusted him, really, really liked him. And then he kind of like showed her why she has trust issues. Mm-hmm. And she clearly has experience with issues with other men probably like who are untrustworthy. Yeah, playing in her face. Mm-hmm. Anyway, those two are the couples.
Fucking talk about Kaylor and what's his name?
Aaron.
Fuck, Aaron. Fuck.
This fucking sucks.
I literally fast forward now. I cannot deal with their blow ups. Either you forgive him 100% because you know he fucked up, or don't. Like, you're fucking annoying me now.
I just think like she didn't get everything. Like,
okay,
in the beginning. So because we saw everything, and he 100% did
fucked up. No, like he did way worse than Cordell.
He's just a crazy manipulative person. Actually,
it's the way he really dashed her away. What's her name? Daniela. The way he dashed Daniela towards the end, because he's like, I'm not bringing you back to Kayla. Like, I'm going back to my real girlfriend.
They said that they heard them though. Like, did you see that?
Heard what?
So Casa and the villa, they're both really close to each other. Mm-hmm. When they sent that text that showed him like saying like, I want to kiss you, but I don't want to hurt someone. That's all they showed. They didn't show the actual makeout, right?
Yeah.
But when they showed that, Kayla and everyone was like, fuck you, Aaron, fuck you.
Oh,
Aaron.
yeah.
They heard it. After Aaron heard that, he like immediately pulled back, was like, oh shit.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. Like they were like putting up like videos saying like, that's the only reason they stopped.
Okay, I didn't notice that shift.
Yes.
But
and that's why. And then
crazy.
then Rob came in and then whatever, literally passed her along like a basketball.
No, she's so stupid. I mean, like,
whatever.
She does want to get on the show.
Yeah, she wants it's a show, like, right? Whatever, right? But like at the same time, I think Aaron is a really scary person, manipulative liar.
I agree.
And he was totally happy, like letting her believe only that, and like completely changing how he said, let's take a shower, like all these things.
I didn't like that.
Like, he literally lied in her face.
Even me, I didn't remember how it went down, but to lie, especially since you are the one that did the talking, like, you should know in what, like, who was around you when it happened.
He downplayed it so hard. He downplayed it so hard. So,
and I'm happy she finally got, like, a glimpse of what actually... Do they not realize they're going to watch the season all over again? Like,
but when they go home, right?
When they go home. So I'm like, is he trying to win? And then, like, she finds out all the dirt.
Yeah.
And then they break up. Like, you know what I mean? Because there is a cash prize. I think they need to take the cash prize out, to be honest.
Why?
Because why are you really on the show then?
To get famous.
Like, but there is no cash prize on, like, Love is Blind. Or, like, you know what I mean? Like,
isn't there a cash prize?
No, there isn't. It's just you get married or you don't.
I guess you get a free wedding.
That wedding is so ugly. I don't fucking want it.
I know, it's so ugly.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it takes away the whole premise of Love Island. I get it. You want, like, social media fame. I mean, Ella Thomas is thriving right now. Like, her brand deals, exactly. But I just think the fame is enough. I don't think there needs to be a cash prize because the guys don't really benefit after they win. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Tyrese, whatever his name, Tyreek, whatever that guy's name is, Ella's man.
Yeah.
He's
trying to be a rapper.
He's trying to be a rapper now. He has the followers now that might help him. Kayla's stupid. What somebody said, trying to play in someone's face like Kayla, it's like child abuse because there's something so childish about her. Like, she's so naive. She's so like, she just kind of is the friend.
Did you take in when she was trying to confront him about the pool thing, about the shower thing, and then he's just like, I love you.
Yeah.
Like, right in the middle of it. He's like, right in the heat of it.
He literally said, I love you, here, take that. Damn.
Like a fucking pretzel. Yeah, like literally folded.
Literally,
oh my gosh.
I love you, and almost stuffed I love you in her mouth to shut her up. Like, I love you was a song.
And she's literally like, are you trying to manipulate me right now? So, like, we can change the subject. She literally said it.
And he's like, no, I loved you for a week. That's what he said.
This show is so funny, and we're eating it up.
We need to talk about Leah and movie night. I am so pissed. I think they fucking set her up. Like, why are they bringing up all this old stuff? It's already been done. And honestly, her calling Rob a bitch was not that crazy.
No, in the heat of the moment, I probably would have done the same thing too. Like, why are you crying? You hurt my feelings. Like,
no, why are you crying, rolling on the floor, and going in the water?
No, but Rob is the most dramatic person ever.
And
like,
at the time, they didn't know that.
Bitchy that he is doing these types of things. Like, why are you rolling your eyes to the back of your head?
You're not a
million
bitch.
Times. No,
I mean, sorry, you're not a bitch.
She's not wrong. Okay,
he is a bitch. Have you seen Rob's TikToks? Have you seen them resurfacing?
People
Rob is a dancer, guys.
In the
He's
caption,
a TikTok
they're
dancer.
saying that like he did it like comically, like it's just a joke. But I don't believe it.
Okay,
I think he actually did that.
At this point, I've seen like 5 different videos though. So how much is a joke?
Okay,
I need confirmation because if it's a joke, then he's really funny.
Yeah.
But like actually so hilariously funny.
Okay,
because he did it, and it doesn't look like a joke. Yeah. So that's the funny part.
Yeah.
But if it's not and he's serious. The thing is, he's like an Arkansas country boy. Like, I don't know. It's giving it's real.
I know.
I don't know.
But I don't think what Leah said was... Okay, obviously, if you bring it up in a very, like... In a scenario where everyone's there to judge. You know what I mean? Like on a night, like movie night, it's gonna look bad on her, obviously, because she's calling him names, calling him out of his name.
No, and then like they're gonna turn it into like a male vulnerability thing. They're gonna turn it into when a man opens up, like when Aaron was
like, "Really, Leah, really?" and then Serena was like, "Aaron, you didn't even say like anything. Shut the fuck up!" Oh my god, no, he really had the audacity to like stand up for his brother, but maybe not his girlfriend that you love. Apparently, that was crazy.
He loves Kayla, but he's in love with Rob. Like there's no breaking him up and Rob up. They're so close.
I don't know, but I'm just annoyed of Kayla and Aaron. I mean, they are a fun couple to watch because they are very.
I'm annoyed with
drama
them too.
Is fun, but
in the beginning, I believed them. I'm like, this is a really strong couple. I actually really like them. But then, how quickly he turned. How quickly he saw somebody else. I'm like, what a lame-o. I don't like them anymore. And then Kayla is just that friend who will consistently come cry on your shoulder and then go back to her man. You know what I mean? Like she'll
because she doesn't even know. Like, okay, so I'm very excited for tonight's episode because it's the second half of movie night, so we actually get to see more of. And
I
in
need
the
them
clip,
to turn it around on the boys now. Like make them get in trouble.
Yeah, because in the clip, Kayla cries and then Aaron like runs out and like
yes, I saw that.
So Leah deserves someone to come in and be like, you know, like.
Leah's be a man. Leah's such a real girl. I really like Leah too, and like I do think they're trying to make her look like this evil person who like wanted Andrea out and all these things, and it's like I think everyone wanted Janae to stay and not Andrea to stay. So if it was it was literally between Nicole, Andrea, and Janae.
Yeah, you're gonna choose your friend.
You're gonna choose your friend, and then Nicole and Kendall had a good. I hate Nicole and Kendall, by the way. I just do not like both of them. I don't want them to become the default winners. Nicole's the brunette.
Yeah, Nicole and Kendall.
The way I don't like Nicole, I don't know. She rubs me the wrong way. I don't like her. And Kendall, too.
They're a couple I don't really give a fuck about, so I don't want them to win.
But I don't want them, just because everyone is having all this drama, to by accident become the winners.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to not vote for them. Please, I don't like them at all. Like, seriously. And then
Kendall is the root of a lot of drama, too.
He's just a little rat.
Yeah, no, he plays both sides.
Yeah, he does.
Sure.
He did confront Serena, like, hey, you did play in his face a lot. That's why he was able to look at Dea.
It's
and
true.
I was like, you know what? That is fair. And he's being honest about it because everyone else is like, oh, it's okay. Whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was being real in that moment. But
I'm rooting for Cordell.
Can we talk about Liv? Me too.
Liv, what do you think about Liv?
I like her. I think she's very, very honest. She's very real, and that's why she's having issues. But at the same time, she has not had a love connection the entire time. Somebody said maybe she's gay. And why can I see that?
100%.
They're bringing back a girl who was gay last season. Not gay, but bi. Sorry.
They're bringing her this season?
Yeah, and someone's like, maybe they're bringing her for Liv. Maybe Liv is bi. Anyway.
But yeah, guys, we will keep updating you guys because this season of Love Island has everyone fucking sad. Like, the drama, I am just eating it up every single episode. Are you watching UK at all?
Nope. No? I'm just now a little bit tapped in because I see it on Twitter of like the little things that are happening, but I really don't care.
Yeah.
They lost me. Like, those first few episodes were so boring. I'm like,
yeah. No. People said that they're scared to, like, I don't know, like to upset the audience or anything like that, so they're just playing it safe.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, the only people I've heard any noise from is the black people on the show. Like, this Io guy, Mimi, and then Uma. That's all I've seen. That I really don't know what's going on that side. But what's going on with you?
Nothing.
We're back in the gym. I saw you're back in the gym.
Yeah.
I'm back in the gym.
2 days in a row. I took a month off.
Same.
And
I literally have a video coming, like a reel today. I have not been in the gym. If you see, like, I'm kind of embarrassed to post my reel because it's like my form is horrible and I look insane. I'll show you. It's really embarrassing.
Yeah, no, it's been a month, guys, and like finally getting back into it. I'm trying to go every day though because we have an event at the end of August. So I'm trying to like look my best, obviously, because we are hosting. Yeah. And also going to the gym just helps every aspect
that's really
of my
what
life.
It is. I was so like unmotivated, so bored. So I was just like, what am I doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you literally, you actually see yourself spiral when you don't get yourself into some kind of routine. And especially for people who make their own, they work for themselves or like you work from home or whatever, you have to incorporate.
You have to make time for that. Or walking, like simple things like that. Move your body, you know?
Stretching.
Yeah.
For me, like yoga, stretching is like therapy.
Bro,
like,
it's a good stretch after a workout, forget about it.
No.
Like, I can literally spend 20 minutes in that, you know, the position. Okay, anyways.
What is it?
But the one where like you're laying like this, like facing forward, and
I know what you're talking
about.
Like
this, and you bend forward.
Yeah,
it's like a trauma release kind of. Like,
yeah,
for
it
your
is.
Hips.
It's a hip. It's like
a stress
hips.
releaser.
When you loosen your hips, like you actually will feel better mentally. Like
Bro.
there's like I don't know the science behind it, but like your body holds onto trauma in your hips, especially for women.
And I haven't stretched that in so long. It felt so. I didn't want to get up. Like I literally just want to stay there.
Yeah, and like feeling yourself also get more flexible. There's something like it's just it's almost like drinking water for me. It's like I have to do it.
Yeah.
So like I stopped for a little while, and I'm like, why do I feel like shit? Why do I not want to do anything? Why am I unmotivated? Why am I not like feeling creative anymore? Like why?
And I feel like my ADHD gets worse.
Yes.
Like my lack of motivation and like me holding things off, it just gets so much worse when I don't work out.
It's so bad.
Kind of for me, like I kind of base everything off of working out, like my diet, I don't know, like my daily outings or whatever. So yeah, it's just really important to always have gym in there.
And then also like as we're getting older, it's like you want to keep your weight down. You want to actually look good because like
the metabolism is slow.
Our metabolism is slowing down, and like being bigger is just so much harder. We've talked about it so many times, but
being
like
bigger makes you look older. It just does.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Weight adds like years to your face. Like literally. Like I'm so sorry, like I've seen so many people from like my high school who have gained a lot of weight, and I'm like, we're the same age, but you actually look like 6-7 years older than me. And I'm not even saying like I might not look older than my age or anything like that. I'm just saying like when you gain weight, it's like a fact. You look older.
Yeah. But you wanted to talk about this era. 2009 to 2011, when you come home to use the internet, we came across this TikTok, and it's just like I literally remember
you go home to use the
computer. You literally used to go like unplug from the world on my freaking desktop.
Yep.
Waiting for my turn because Selena was on it first.
Yep.
And
you're
waiting for my turn. Yep. And one computer in the house. Sometimes I had my keyboard, sometimes I didn't.
Yeah.
Because my mom would take it. I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Log on to Facebook. People were like, kids were so tech savvy. I mean, like they're tech savvy now. Yeah. But just the fact that you'd have to like upload those pictures, like you can't just press post. You have to like physically plug in the USB to your camera.
Everything was so much more of a process.
Yeah.
But those videos actually kind of make me feel sad because it's like I actually genuinely miss that time, like that era. Even just like us like being like, and I know it's like you don't want to get stuck in nostalgia because it's like it's a very depressing thing to like be like, oh, like those good days are gone. Like, you know what I mean? Because when we were younger and like life seemed like so much. Was life actually simpler? I think it was.
Think so.
I think it actually was. I don't think it's just us.
It was only simpler because we weren't over consuming people's lives and social media.
Life was
just our lives. It was literally all we were concerned about.
I used to shop at like literally like I would go to Value Village with my mom and like, you know what I mean? Like we would take the TTC. It was just such a humble, simple life. Like
it was.
Nothing was overcomplicated. Nothing was like. There's no like you're not consumed by your phone. You talk to each other. You're
not worried
to your
about
family.
Posting on Instagram.
You're not worried about a post.
Like your stories or whatever.
And the thing about social media is it generates like such a competitive spirit online. Like you're constantly comparing yourself. You're constantly looking at what other people are doing. You're constantly thinking like, oh, well, I guess I need to do this now. I guess I need to upgrade this. I guess I need to do you know what I mean? It's just constant going. Especially if you're a content creator. I don't know about you, but like sometimes I look at other people's content. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get a new camera. I'm gonna go get this. I need to upgrade this. I need to do this. Like
I totally feel that.
And it's like it's hundreds, thousands of dollars. And then
but it's like it's work too. For me, I kind of like no, I get it. Like definitely I'm still comparing myself, but it's like to also improve myself. Like to improve my content and stuff like that. Like But no, for sure I get like sometimes warped into actually comparing myself negatively. Like whether it be
there's nothing wrong with improving
feeling down on myself when like absolutely not. But like I'll use this as an example, but like when I see a girl at the gym and she is so fit, and then she goes and gets her smoothie like right after, I'm just like, wow, why am I in bed rotting away right now? You know, like it makes me feel down about myself. I think it's just balance though, like knowing when to get off social media. Like I watch videos on YouTube of people deleting Instagram for a month or like deleting all their social medias for a month.
I know a lot of people who
and
do
completely unplugging, and I'm like, I want to do that one day.
Yeah,
like I wish that can be me.
But how do you find that balance if you're working on social media? Like you can't.
I guess just.
You can take a break. You definitely can.
Take pictures, post it, then delete it. Delete the app still. You're not deleting your Instagram account.
Yeah.
You're just deleting the app, you know? No, that has to be the healthiest way to detox your mind.
It's
deleting
just crazy
all social
now
media
to
for a
detox,
month.
like I have to think of like, okay, I want to go to a cottage. I want to turn off my phone.
No, you don't need to do all that. Just
that's how I think. Like I'm like,
start
I need
small.
to.
How about you start small and then, you know, because you might have like withdrawal symptoms or something like that. Like
Withdrawal
it might be too much of a detox.
No,
like,
no. I want to touch actual grass. I actually want to go I only want to see trees and I only want to see grass. I don't want to see cars. I don't want to see a lot of people. Like when I'm like in my like, oh fuck, I need to detox. I need to like isolate and not in like a depressive way, but kind of like to regenerate energy and like feel better. I want to go to the extreme. I want to go up north to the forest. I've been telling you I'm gonna go live in a cabin soon.
But do you think you can ever camp? Like, do you really think that you can be a camper?
I do.
Really?
I think I was meant to. I think that's my destiny.
Okay,
I literally think I was meant to.
Because once you see how ghetto that shit is, like, you will not want it.
No, I really genuinely think I meant to.
Do you know how they shower there?
Do
you know how they shower? It's a little like thing on top, like a little plastic with water.
Yeah,
and you run out of water, and you have to go fetch water. And I'm
okay with like you're talking about like serious camping. Okay, like you're talking about
that's what it is though. Like being a nature girl, you want glamping. That's what you want.
I don't want full on glamping.
Glamping is like in a cabin. Like that's nice. Like
I would love that.
I actually a retreat. That's a retreat vacation. That's not camping.
I would love to do retreating actually, but I'm just saying I'm also I very much have like a desire to just be on the floor on the ground outside with the trees and the bugs and the animals and everything.
Did you see that TikTok of like, did you guys see all this nature is free? Like, do you see how all this nature is free? And he's like walking towards a park.
No, I didn't see that.
Or not nature is free. All this peace is free.
It's so free, bro.
It's
like,
so
you just have to
walk
get there.
through nature and you'll literally have like a peace of mind. Even like no AirPods, no Spotify, no nothing. Just like hear the birds chirp.
And
the wind blow.
Crazy. I need an AirPod out.
It really phone, just like look at the time and direction. Yeah. You can get lost in a fucking forest. Like it's happened before. It's very scary. But
to you?
Yeah.
You've been lost in a forest?
Of course, girl.
When?
Like on a trail. You never been lost on a trail before?
Never.
Oh.
Where are you going? Okay, shut up.
No, it's big. I swear to God.
It's a trail.
Okay, I'll come with you.
You'll find.
I'll go with you one day. It's hard.
You'll find an exit. You freaked out a little too fast, probably. You're like, oh my God, I'm lost.
You know what was sad though, or the scary part? The sun was setting.
Oh.
What am I gonna do?
You know
when the sun is set?
And I live right beside a ravine.
You should not say
now,
that. Actually, yeah, there's
so many ravines in the city. Yeah. No, I live beside. Okay, I live near really and truly, it's right beside. I live right beside a ravine, and they have wolves.
I don't like to hear that.
It's not wolves. What are they called?
Coyotes.
And they're big.
They're huge.
I really thought coyotes were like the size of like a medium-sized dog. Like I thought
that's a fox.
Yeah,
that's a fox.
I thought
Our coyote is a big wild dog.
That will kill you. Clue. Will they kill you?
They'll attack you.
Will they really?
Yeah.
I'm assuming if you're in the city, you're a nice coyote. I literally thought that.
You're a domesticated one.
Yeah, I thought.
No, a wild animal is a wild animal, girl.
No, for sure. But like not domesticated, but like you're. If you
you're not so like hunter.
They're not hunting, and they know there's people. They know what I am. They're not scared of me.
No, I'm pretty sure they'll fuck you up still.
Really?
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, if I walk one way, will he go the other way, or will he follow me?
I have no idea, actually. You know, you need to ask the white people in your neighborhood that.
For real.
I think they're just as feisty as in nature as they are in the city. But what are you doing in the city too? Can you go back to
like
go back up north or something?
Where did you come from? And where are you in the daytime? Do they have little caves or something that they sleep in?
That's such a good question.
Are they nocturnal?
I think they go back into the forest in the
Daytime. Which one? And how did they?
They're
keep
not just
coming back?
prowling around town in the daytime.
No, they're not. They're sleeping. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but where?
I think
they are they're definitely nocturnal. I think like raccoons are nocturnal. Yeah.
I think they have like little places that they sleep. That's what
they would have to.
Right? You know what we forgot to talk about? The cute friendship of Leah, Serena, and Janae.
They definitely have a little alliance.
I think it's so funny that the white girls stick with the white girls, and then the POCs are just with the POCs.
No, seriously.
Like, what it is at our core, everyone's a little racist. I just think like
it's the relatability.
Right?
I think like you go to where you
it just is. They're so cute. Like Janae, Serena, and Leah. I love their friendship. Like they really do ride out for each other every single time.
Yeah.
Like especially Serena. Serena defends Leah so much.
Yeah, Serena just has good judgment.
Yeah,
on things,
and she'll
you
also
know?
defend her though. Like even if she's wrong, it's very much like, okay, don't attack her though. Like you know what I mean? Like this is too much.
And Leah's been attacked too much on the show that it's like, okay, guys, enough. Like, please leave my friend alone.
They're so cute. Yeah. And Leah's fashion. You know, Leah's rich.
I heard she's a rich person. Yeah.
Yeah. So taking her outfits.
Yeah.
Like they're all like designer.
Really? Oh yeah. No, I actually remember her saying like her shoes were Bottega. Or something like that.
And she's like, to Rob, do you know what that is?
Oh yeah.
Hot. Like her outfits are so hot. I'm like, these are not cheap.
It's her body too. Like she can wear anything, and I think it's ass shots.
She definitely has ass shots because like her butt is like the butt. It's like way too round.
Yeah.
Like that's not natural.
I was like, Janae is BBL'd up though. But
Janae doesn't have a BBL.
She looks great. What do you mean?
That's not a BBL. That's natural.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
She has everything else done. Why wouldn't she?
I know, but it doesn't. Her body looks so proportionate.
It does, but it's a good BBL. Just like how she has a great nose job.
Okay, I did see the nose job.
Yeah,
I
she
did
got
see the
her
nose
lips
job.
done, tits done.
Did you see her pre-nose job?
Yeah.
What?
A difference.
Amazing. Like, not that she wasn't beautiful before. She was always beautiful.
But this nose job, because it's ethnic nose jobs that are like tricky, right? Because we have like thicker skin and stuff. So her doctor ate with that one. I think she went to Turkey because that's where they do a really good nose
that
job.
one sound on TikTok where they go,
yeah,
like
no,
like
she
chewing.
Ate
what it is that surgeon really ate up that nose. That's what it was.
Like,
it's stunning. Her side profile is insane. Great. She got what she wanted, clearly. Yeah. And it's like,
no, she has great taste in her. I love when like plastic surgery looks amazing. No, I'm telling you it's a BBL. I'm telling you it's a BBL.
I don't think it's a BBL.
I'm convinced. It is too perfect.
She's really perfect.
Yeah, no, she really is.
The only one who's natural on that show, I think, is Serena.
Kaylor.
I think Kayla, Kayla looks natural. Yeah, and Leah definitely did something to her butt. But regardless,
that's a nose job.
Her nose,
yeah, she really
it really suits her face though.
No, it's great, but when you take it in, it's a nose job.
She's so pretty. Mm-hmm. They're all honestly, the girls this year are so pretty.
Yeah,
except I just don't care about Nicole.
Even the men. Wow, chef's kiss.
Yeah, the men, except for the Casa boys, they were so beat.
Yeah, right.
Why'd you pick all these uggos to come in
real?
Here?
Yeah, no wonder they didn't find a connection in there. But they found the baddest bitches for the guys. Really?
That's rude.
Yeah. No, they planned that one out.
Yeah,
they did that on purpose.
They're like very pro men on that show in the production room over there. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, should we get into our stories?
I think we should. What's crazy to me, and I just learned about Gypsy Rose. I'm sure you knew about her for years now, but I just learned about her through the Cancelled podcast. How much fame she's getting.
Yeah.
And how like her life just switched from her getting out of prison.
She's pregnant now.
She dumped her ex apparently. Yeah. She got a nose job. Yeah.
She's gonna get like other shit done too now.
Of course. She's like Hollywood now. She's on the fucking Kardashians.
She is?
Yes. Kim is interviewing her.
The thing is, her story is so interesting. It's so crazy. Have you seen the movie Run?
I did.
Yeah, and that's her story.
Yeah, I didn't. When I watched Run, though, I did not know it was a real fucking like syndrome or like disorder that fucking moms have.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh,
not
that's
just moms,
so
like anyone can have it. Like any caretaker can have it. Like what's it called?
Munchausen.
Yes, Munchausen
syndrome by proxy.
Yeah, so like you can have it for yourself too. Like some people have Munchausen's on themselves.
Oh yeah.
And they just love the attention.
And people say it's like being a hypochondriac, but it's really that. Like when it's really severe.
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah.
That
so
is crazy.
she was insane. Like there's an actual movie on Gypsy Rose. Run is like inspired by Gypsy Rose, but there's an actual one where there's like an actress playing Gypsy, and like and you see like how much her mom like would take her from doctor to doctor because they're like nothing's wrong with her, like that, you know what I mean? Crazy. Like yeah, it's really insane.
I need to look into her like story before the fame more because I just know that her mom had that syndrome, but like I don't know the details about it, like
her and her boyfriend
how severe it was.
Planned to kill her. That's it, because it was her whole life, and then she found out she wasn't sick. And her mom like literally like put her on so much medication, like stunted her growth, like also like psychologically
kind of like
like psychologically too, like made her believe she was like ill, and she couldn't have she had no social life, she had no experiences
from
in
when
school.
She was
like,
a baby,
from
young.
It went on for a very long time.
That's
her life was hell for sure.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's insane. And then her boyfriend was also manipulated though, but there's like a lot of controversy with Gypsy Rose because her boyfriend got a way harsher sentence than she did, and he's still in there.
He's the one that actually killed her.
I think so, yeah.
So that's probably why.
But apparently he had like autism or like something, like he was not fully of sound mind too.
Like, do doctors and nurses have to be like trained on this and like to know when?
I think they know about it. I think there's definitely signs, like when you
there's
see
like protocol when you notice these types of things.
Like it's suspicious that she's been to so many doctors, moving state to state to state, like taking her around. Yeah, like
what the fuck?
She did the most.
Yeah,
because she wanted to, like, every time she'd get a fresh doctor because eventually they'd catch on to her, like, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. So
what else are you watching?
Oh, Abbott Elementary. Like, I finally got around to watching season 3, which is really good.
What the hell is that?
You don't know Abbott Elementary?
No.
You've never heard of it?
No.
You know Quinta Bronson?
Oh yeah.
Who's a large?
Yeah.
She has a show.
Oh wow.
They're on their 3rd season. And it's so good. Like,
okay, I'm gonna watch that.
And it's really cute. Like, the first season is like a little bit, like, you can tell it's a new show, but it's just so, I love to see people really come out and make something, like, create something like that. And it's a really good show. Everybody Hates Chris guy is on it.
Okay,
it's a nice show. It's about like an elementary school in Philadelphia. I think it's in Philadelphia, or like underfunded, like a very regular school. And these guys are like elementary school teachers, and like, it's really cute.
That sounds interesting.
It's very cute. And the episodes are fast, like 20 minutes.
Okay, great.
It's nice. So I finished.
It's on
Netflix?
No,
it's on Disney Plus.
Okay.
So season 3, and then in season 3, you know the girl, Sabrina, the girl on TikTok who's like, oh, like that white girl, she's on it.
Really?
Yeah, so she had an episode on it. It was in Casey Frey. You know Casey Frey, that funny white guy?
Yeah.
He's on it too. So funny. But yeah, by the time you reach season 3, you're gonna be tapped in for sure. Like, you're gonna really like it. Yeah. So I finished that. That was really good.
I need to stop rewatching Insecure. Like, that's what I need to stop doing.
How many times have you watched it?
Probably 3 times now.
I love
like the
that
whole
show.
series.
Yeah,
though. Like,
it's just so good.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
We need more shows centered around the late 20s, early 30s,
especially around Black women, because how fucking real was that show?
That was too real. It was like too relatable, you know?
And especially now that we are in our late 20s, we're like, I feel
we need more shows like that. Enough with the teen shows, guys.
Yeah.
Like, please.
The way I don't care, I don't know what America's obsession with, like, end of high school, first year of college. Like, who the fuck cares? Can we talk about the mid to late 20s, please? Like, can we please talk about that? Even, like,
we are the most lost, to be honest.
We are the most lost.
We need direction. Okay, like,
you think you know shit when you're in college? The second, like,
leave.
once you're really in life, like, hit like 27, 26, 28, 29, I think that's when you're kind of like, you reevaluate things.
What now?
What am I doing with my life? I know, and right now, they're like, the paths I see, like, so many different paths. I see people
pregnant, married,
going back to school, starting
traveling
over.
The world.
Yeah, like, it's
starting a business, closing
everything
a business.
Is so like different at this age, and
that
like,
just shows you, like, not to compare your journey and and because it's like, do you really want what they have, or are you just like curious to figure out like what that life is like, you know?
Your life is your life. Like, it's really much like you don't know where your path is going to take you. It makes no sense to dwell on what other people are doing. It actually and that makes the most sense to me. It's like, okay, cool. That's their path. Lovely. Where am I going now? Like, I have too much to focus on myself.
Yeah.
Like, I have too much things going on in my life where I can't even like, and especially to not only compare yourself and then to feel jealousy or anything like that. I think that's something at this age you should have outgrown by now. Like, when you're younger, maybe you don't understand, but then when you get older and you really see, wow, people are really doing everything. Like, they're all over the place.
And everything they like, when you see successful people, like, they've worked hard for that, and you can appreciate the hard work.
100%. Now when you're older, you really like, oh
damn, like,
I really
dedicate
that.
Yeah, it's like very respectable now.
Yeah. Anyhow, should we get into it? That's a good way
to
end it.
Pee, though.
Okay.
And now let's get into
cue the commentary.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop. Am I the asshole for still going to my daughter's wedding, even though my other daughter isn't invited due to her panic attacks? I have 2 daughters. They're 27 and 24. The issue is my younger daughter got into a bad situation when she was in high school. She now has panic attacks and is on meds for almost 8 years now. My oldest is not close to her younger sibling. Boils down to celebrations usually getting interrupted by a panic attack. I know my youngest isn't doing it on purpose, but it really sucks when you are at a graduation and a panic attack happens. Sometimes she can get away and calm down, but sometimes she pushes herself too hard and it results in an attack. Now onto the issue. My oldest is getting married. Everyone is invited to the engagement party, and during the event, the youngest had an attack. And the event ended soon since the whole incident ruined the vibe. My oldest was really upset and kept going on about how she shouldn't have invited her. invitations were sent out for the wedding and my oldest didn't invite her younger sibling. I asked her about it and she informed me that she wants her wedding to go smoothly, unlike all her other events that have been interrupted by the panic attacks. I asked her to reconsider and she said no, she wants one day where it's just about her. My youngest is really upset and asked me to skip the wedding. I informed her I will not. I don't want to miss my daughter getting married. This resulted in an argument and she called me a jerk and I'm looking for opinions. My youngest gets attacks at all types of events, not just her sister, so this isn't like I'm trying to ruin my sister's event situation. She's seen a therapist. The main issue with the panic attacks is that they come on suddenly. She could be doing fine and then something pushes her over the edge. She is a million times better than when she was a teenager and getting attacks twice a day. And then he says, please help.
I would think you are not the asshole because that's your daughter. And people don't understand panic attack because they haven't been around someone having a panic attack or they've never experienced anxiety symptoms before, but they get really severe and like people like stop breathing for like, you know, for a while.
What kind
and
of panic attack is she having though? Like, can't you go
people
somewhere
have
and
severe
just be
panic
quiet?
attacks though. No.
You can't quietly panic somewhere else?
It's not like maybe she's like hyperventilating, like it's that deep, you know?
But
people have like really severe panic attacks.
I don't think the dad is the asshole. I think I think the girl saying like, can you also not go because she's not inviting me is kind of like assholey of the younger sibling to even ask. Because it's like, now you're making me pick sides. Of course I'm going to go to her wedding and I'm going to go to your wedding when it's your time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the dad, you know? I feel like if, you know, you have panic attacks, maybe bring somebody with you so when you do have to have one, just go somewhere else.
Okay.
Because interrupting many events and having a reputation for it is kind of crazy. And of course, you can't expect people to just keep inviting you. Like, I think the sister not inviting her to the wedding is that's how bad it is. I understand, like, panic attacks are not fun. They're not on purpose. Like, it's, like, involuntary. I get that. But at the end of the day, it's like, what are you doing? Like, why is it interrupting the entire event? Are you rolling on the floor? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, not the asshole. Still.
I'm going to read the comments. Yeah, I've had panic attacks. There's no reason for it to interrupt events. Like, I don't understand how it can get so bad to interrupt an event. Someone literally said you can leave the room and panic quietly. Like, can you just go somewhere else just for the time being and bring someone with you? Like, nobody said don't bring somebody with you. Don't do it by yourself if you don't want to. But, like...
But there's also a scale to panic attacks, too. Like, maybe the one she had wasn't that bad, but the one that the youngest is experiencing is really bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's not comparable.
I guess, but I just still don't understand why you have to make it interrupt events.
No, I get it. You know? I like that your solution to bringing someone. Yeah, so like that you can leave
and like have them be like, okay, I'm about to panic. Yeah. Somebody said her sister's wedding is not the time to test her progress, and the bride is allowed to say, "I love you, but stay home. This is my day." Yeah, I kind of agree with that because it's like this is not a cheap day. This is not a whatever day. This day might have cost her $100,000. Could have cost her $60,000. Could have cost her a ton of money, and it's like, I'm not gonna. Like, based on your history, you can't do events. You can't do gatherings, you know?
I think she should just sit this one out.
I think she should sit this one out. And I'll send you all the pictures and I'll text you about it later. But this day has to go well because there's just like, it's my day. Like, it's my wedding day.
And she's medicated. Like, how bad are these attacks, girl?
That's like, for real.
8 years, too.
I'd be like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. Like, maybe you need stronger medication or something. Not the asshole.
Problematic. Not the asshole.
No.
I used to be racist. Oh. Am I the asshole for refusing therapy as a prerequisite to be in my estranged sister's mixed family's lives? My older sister and I were raised by an extremely racist and violent single father in a very small, lily white town after our mom died.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Extremely racist.
And violent. Okay.
I could name a plethora of crazy, untrue things I was taught by him, but that isn't really necessarily for the story. Long story short, from a young age, I inherited all of my dad's bad attributes, but my sister was always a sensitive, kind kid, whereas I was constantly fighting and angry. She was into animals and very interested in stories, folklore, places, and people. Everyone said she got it from our mom, though she was really my dad's pride and joy. Her interest in people and things outside of our tiny world of drunken fighting, small town drama, and hatred was the beginning of her conflict with her dad. By the time my sister won a scholarship to college, she was constantly at odds with my dad. She couldn't wait to leave home. She did well in school, studied abroad, made new friends with people we grew up hating. She became different. Before college, she was the typical girl next door, popular with the guys for her looks and beloved by mostly everyone in our town for her kind demeanor. Okay. Typical small town nice girl. Then the rumors started about her getting brainwashed in college, and her name basically became a bad word.
Oh my God.
I hate to admit it, but I started to believe those things because even our dad said them. Yeah, believe your violent, extremely racist dad.
Good idea.
Ironically, she eventually began dating this black guy, which was the biggest sin possible to a lot of people in our town, including me. I didn't understand it. Our dad was furious for a long time, but eventually it looked like he was coming around because he invited them to the house one afternoon.
Oh, wow.
I don't believe that he changed. I'm sorry. Actually. Yeah. He started drinking in the driveway that morning, and by the time they arrived, he was hammered. They stepped out of the car to a barrage of slurs, which instantly broke my sister into tears. Then he started throwing cold beer cans at them, and I joined in.
No, what?
Both of them were bleeding and dented the car up pretty good.
Both of them were bleeding?
Yeah. Okay. And he joined in too. Both of them were bleeding, and we dented the car up pretty good. They sped away, but up until that moment, I'd never seen my sister cry like that. I was 13 then.
Oh, okay. She was young. Yeah. Okay.
Dad yelled that she was dead to them.
Oh, so the sister's
it was
older.
A setup. Yeah. The sister's setup. I mean, the sister's older.
It was a setup.
It was a setup. Yeah, to do that.
Yeah.
Dad yelled that she was dead to him. I wouldn't see my sister for nearly 15 years.
Wow.
I didn't even know her boyfriend's name. Our dad died a few years ago, and the staggering lack of people who came to his funeral was a big wake-up call to me about the need to have loving people in your life. After that, I moved to a bigger city for work. I gradually made friends and began having experiences I would have never had in my old town.
Yeah.
I'm now very different from the rage-filled kid I used to be. Truth is, before dad died, we started to clash. I drank and partied so hard, went to jail a few times. Partying was my escape. I partied a while after I moved, but the sheer grit of time and living life led me to eventually realize many of the things I was taught was wrong, and if I didn't change, I was going to end up in jail or worse. I just started feeling like there had to be more to life than being mad at the world and drunk all the time. I joined a few volunteer groups, and the people I met helped me get sober and really made a big impact in changing my trajectory. My views on race changed dramatically, and I've managed to build a solid but diverse group of friends. Despite that, the weight of having no family also set in. I miss my sister so much, but was too ashamed to reach. I found her on Facebook and watched her life from afar. She actually married that guy we threw beer at, and they have 3 kids and live a few states away.
Wow.
They seemed really happy in their pictures. I eventually reached out, and we developed communication online. A few weeks in, I made the drive out of state and met her and her husband over dinner. We had some very tough emotional talks, but overall, it was a very constructive visit. I told them I wanted to be in their lives and even be an uncle to their kids. My sister then...
This is a brother?
Yeah.
Oh.
My sister then told me that I should hold off on all that for the moment. Given our upbringing and my history, she recommended I go to therapy or counseling before being introduced to her kids. She said they had worked hard to make sure their kids weren't exposed to the kind of adults we grew up with.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I took offense because she doesn't know what I've been through since my father died. I'm not the same hateful preteen.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how I had to intentionally work hard, and I'm still working hard to better myself. I'm not opposed to therapy, but to make it a requirement before even meeting her children seems excessive. I told her I would think about it, but I don't think I hid my disappointment too well. I'm pretty sure she sensed the change in our vibe because the rest of the dinner was a bit awkward. But I haven't heard from her since. I'm the asshole for not wanting to go to therapy just because she thinks I should. I mean, I'm literally considering moving several states away to be near them. Shouldn't that be enough for a start?
This is a kind of difficult one because I think I was like, as I was listening to the story, I had an idea of this person, and at first I thought they were an adult already.
Me
but
too.
To know that they were a child when it happened, and I thought it was a girl, and because he's a boy and it was his dad, I think there's even more of like I'm gonna follow what my dad does. I'm gonna do what my dad says. I'm gonna believe what my dad says, because when you're that young, it's like
you look up to your dad,
and
you don't know any better.
You really don't know.
You don't know if
that's
they're
your
wrong
entire
or right.
surrounding. Like you don't know any better, and I think life showed him a lot.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that this kind of person doesn't need therapy. It sounds like there's also quite a big age difference between the sister and the brother.
Yeah,
because she was in college and he was 13.
Yeah, I kind of think he is the asshole just because she only knows him as that racist like 13-year-old from that time and what he made her feel and her husband feel at the time, you know, which is they were both bleeding.
That's insane. They
dented
literally
the car. They got attacked.
Yeah, like that was not like a light attack. Yeah, like, for you to both be bleeding, like,
and she doesn't know the trajectory of your life. Like, she was out of your life for that whole time, so she doesn't know you have a diverse group of friends.
And just because you have a diverse group of friends doesn't mean you're now not racist.
It doesn't change
it doesn't
what
mean
you grew
anything.
up on.
Like, there are probably things that are so deeply embedded in you that you definitely should address with a professional, maybe, and maybe really talk things through, because it sounds like he grew up in like a very hateful environment, very like, and then on top of that, you grew up with an alcoholic dad, a violent dad. Like, these are things that you should definitely talk about if you want to be in the lives of people who these are going to be your nieces and nephews, right? Like, you cannot say things in passing. Kids hold on to things, and she's being a mom. She's really trying her best to protect her kids and protect them from being exposed to that. Yeah. You know, and maybe she also went through therapy and she's like, I had to go to therapy, and that's why I've improved, because I got to talk things through, because she was there until college. Like, she went to college and then left, like, you know?
Yeah. And it might not even be like she wants, okay, that is obviously a big part, like her wanting him to go to therapy because of how he grew up racist, but they also have a lot of childhood trauma. Like, childhood trauma, his mom passing away like before he was 13, his dad being a very violent drunk.
There's a lot,
like, there's so much to unpack.
And then on top of that,
if you're gonna be around my kids and you want to like build a really close relationship with me and my kids, I need to make sure that you're good. Like, you know what I mean? Because, and even we're good like, over here.
Exactly. Like, I've lived without you for a very long time. I would like, you know, so it's, to accept a new person into this house, it's like,
even if you are my brother,
you need to do the work and show us that you're actually willing to change, because I know where you came from. I had firsthand experience, and probably she had more experience because she's the eldest and she was there longer. She knows just how bad it is, and racism is not like always blatant. It's in the micro ways that you think about it. Like, it's the little things, it's the little comments that you say that stick with kids. And who knows? No, you need to do some work before you come into this house.
Absolutely.
And you need to be open to doing those things if you want to be. She married that guy. Like, she married that guy.
She has biracial kids.
Are black. Yeah. You can't now. Honestly, it sounds like it sounds really bad. Like, their town sounds like they came from like a KKK kind of town. So if that's your upbringing, unfortunately, you really have to do the work.
It's like those things are embedded in you, like, from childhood.
They're in
like
you, so
your dad, you said, was extremely racist. Yeah, like, you know,
and you called them slurs, and you threw things. You've hurt people based on their race. Yeah, because that's what somebody told you to do. So you have to.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
The more we talk on this, it's just like, you should go to therapy,
and you shouldn't actually have any issue with it. Yeah, you should actually be like, I'm very much willing to, because you have to do the work to keep people in your lives. Like, you have to.
Yeah, you are the asshole.
Yeah, you're the asshole.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Anyway, next story. That was a good one. So, am I the asshole for telling my wife to never volunteer me to help her family again? My wife, 38, female, and I, 39, male, have been married for 8 years and have a 4-year-old son. My wife's younger brother, Joe, and his girlfriend are moving into an apartment together at the beginning of June. But girlfriend's lease is up at the end of April, so she needed to move out of her place. But Joe currently lives in a studio apartment, so he doesn't have room for all of her stuff. So they were going to move all of her girlfriend's stuff into a storage unit for a month until they got their new place together. A little over a month ago, Joe had asked my wife if he would be able to help them move my girlfriend's stuff, and she agreed.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you said Joe is his girlfriend's brother.
Brother.
His wife's brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, she agreed. My mother-in-law was supposed to watch our son so we could both help, but she fell ill and had to cancel. My wife suggested trying to get a babysitter for that day, but I didn't want to spend hundreds of dollars on a babysitter to help someone else move. That's dumb. And bringing a 4-year-old with us would not be helpful to anyone. This turned into an argument between us because she said I should help them move while she watches our son. So, like, she shifted the responsibility from she was going to do it, then they were going to do it. Now he's like, why don't you just do it and I'll watch the son? Yeah. Since I'm stronger than she is and I know how to drive our truck with a trailer, I told her that she should help them and have them rent a U-Haul for the day. We compromised by telling Joe that I would help them and they would need to get a U-Haul instead of using our truck and trailer. The morning of the move, this past Saturday, my wife told me that a friend of hers got sweet tickets through work to a hockey game for that day and invited them. Yes, sweet tickets to a playoff hockey game. She said that she would be bringing our son since her friend was bringing her kids too. Great. So not only do I get stuck helping someone move, but my wife and son get to go to an amazing experience together that I miss out on. And yes, this was my son's first major sporting event, and I was missing it. And wouldn't you know it, Joe never got a U-Haul, and his girlfriend wasn't even close to packed up, ready when I got there. I spent 7 to 10 hours and multiple trips back and forth helping them move. All the while, my wife is sending pictures to our family group chat of how much fun they're having at the hockey game. While everyone was home that night, my wife was surprised that I wasn't in a good mood. She said that I acted like I barely cared when our son was telling us about the hockey game and how much fun it was. I asked her if she was seriously confused about why I was upset. She told me to tell her, so I started off for all the reasons that I had to be pissed. She volunteered me to help. She got to spend the day doing something very special with our son that I missed out on too. Her brother and his girlfriend were not prepared, and I had to spend the entire day doing manual labor. I ended my little rant by telling her that she's never going to volunteer me to help her family ever again. She told me that I was overreacting and I can't hold it against her, that her friend invited them to the game, and that she also said I'm not being fair by blaming her for Joe and his girlfriend being late. Am I the asshole?
No, I don't think you're the asshole. I think, I'm sorry, we're adults. Get movers. Like, I'm not helping anyone move.
Like, what the fuck
at my
do I
big
look like?
age? Like, I'm sorry, I'm
7 to 10 hours of my day wasted helping you move? Are you insane? Are you gonna
Like,
pay me?
I get it.
I'm a working adult.
No, seriously, I get it if it's like 2 items.
Yeah,
like, you know, like two, like
you
help
want to
me
borrow
move
my
this.
truck and I can help you. And it's one trip.
But boxes and like the whole moving process is so like
I would rather give you the money to get movers than you ask me to help.
That's not even my fucking responsibility.
And it's not my responsibility. But like, if you really are tied up for money and that's the issue, I'd rather you be like, hey, can you loan me some money for movers and I'll give that to you, versus me having to go up and downstairs.
Bro.
No.
And then your wife sending pictures of them having fun.
Like the cherry on top. Game. The thing is, it wouldn't matter, but I guess like it's their kid's first time going. Yeah. So it's like that's like a moment you
and it's like you also put me in the situation. I can't have fun because I'm helping your brother move.
Bro,
like,
it started off as you committed to this and then you volunteered me to do it. That's not cool.
I'd be annoyed too. Like, he has every right to be annoyed.
He's not the asshole at all.
People can get annoyed, okay? Like, you put them in this weird situation and like it's tiring. Like, no one wants to do that.
That tests your relationship, because different people have different like levels of understanding and willingness to help like family members. Sometimes people will like bend over backwards for family and expect you to do the same thing for their family when they don't really come from that kind of culture. That's like a deeper issue too, where you have to be like, your brother should not expect you to be able to volunteer me to do things, or he shouldn't be asking you certain things. Some things he has to do on his own. And it's also kind of crazy for the brother to ask, because it's like, you're not asking just your sister, you're asking, like, they have a family now. Like, you know, it's quite the inconvenience. When people have kids, you don't ask for favors anymore, to be honest.
Truly.
Really.
Because it's the whole babysitter thing. Like, someone has to watch this person.
Who's going to watch the kid?
Who's going to watch this little person?
Yeah.
Who?
They will literally
and bringing them along is just like, ugh, like it's like such a freaking hassle, you know?
There's a lot of things that went wrong here, and really they should have hired movers. I think after like college age, university age, get movers. Do not expect your friends to come help you move.
I say like 25 plus, leave me the fuck alone. Like,
I'm too grown.
We're too grown. I'm not helping you pick up anything. Like, no, hire movers.
No. Like, don't be insane.
Yeah.
Hire movers.
Yeah.
I will help you decorate. That's fun. That's okay. I'll help you
come over for the housewarming party.
I'll come over. I'll bring you the sweetest gift. It'll be so nice. But like, when you ask and you ask something you shouldn't be asking.
You ask for a lot. Like, people don't know they're asking for a lot.
Yeah, when you're asking things that you shouldn't be asking of, and it's not a favor. Like, there are things that are favors, and then there's things that are like, this is too much.
Like, what? This is someone's full-time job.
You know what I mean?
Someone does for a living. Like, no, I'm not doing
something
that.
Like that is just putting us in a position for me to tell you no, and for you to get mad at me when it's like, really, you shouldn't have never asked me that question to begin with.
And moving is like, it's a tedious job. Like, things break in the process. You have to figure out ways to like maneuver big furniture to get through door spaces. Like, it's a very annoying.
And God forbid I break one of your things. Now you're mad at me.
Like, no, I'm not even getting myself involved with that. Like, yeah, he's annoyed and he has every right to be annoyed. I'd fucking be annoyed too. Yeah. Like, I'm annoyed even just reading this.
For real. So, not the asshole.
Am I the asshole for laughing at my sister and calling her an idiot because she wants help paying for a surrogate? I have my wife's permission to put this here anonymously. My wife was SA'd when she was young. Oh. Her abusive religious family forced her to have the baby that was conceived. She was so traumatized from the experience that she wanted to get her tubes tied so it would never happen again. Her doctor told her parents because she was still a minor. They punished her. She threatened to unalive herself if they didn't let her do it. Her loving family had her involuntarily committed. In the facility, she was SA'd by some staff.
Oh no.
What the hell is going on here? To say my wife has issues with sex and pregnancy is like saying National Geographic has issues. She has been through a lot of counseling and we go for counseling together. We are doing okay. Our jobs have excellent benefits, and when we were ready to start a family, we paid for a surrogate. Our son is 2 now, and my sister recently approached us for helping funding her surrogate. I didn't know that my sister had fertility issues, and after discussing with my wife, I said that we would be happy to help her out. My wife has a lot of research on surrogacy candidates and wanted to help my sister out, so she dug in and got involved. It turns out my sister is not infertile. She just doesn't want to get pregnant. My wife told me, and I called my sister to verify. Yes, she could get pregnant, but she doesn't want to. She thinks it's unfair that my wife gets to keep her figure and such, but that she would have to do it naturally.
What?
I laughed at her and called her an idiot. We are doing okay for money, but we aren't rich Hollywood movie stars that pay for surrogacy because my wife wanted to stay thin.
Yeah.
My mom called me afterwards to berate me for walking back our offer to help my sister. Nobody on my side of the family knows my wife's past. It isn't their business. I told her that her and my stepdad should pay for my sister's surrogate.
Yeah.
She said they can't afford it. So I told her, tell my sister to just get her husband to get her pregnant because that was free. Neither of them are talking to me now. I couldn't care less if I tried. My wife is on my side, but she thinks I could have been more diplomatic and less graphic when describing to my mother how my sister could conceive. Am I the asshole?
No. What the hell's her sister's problem?
This is ridiculous.
What are you talking about? Because I don't, like, can you even imagine seriously arguing that? Like, imagine you, your sister, your mom are all in the room and your mom is trying to defend your sister. Please just pay for it. She's gonna get fat. She's gonna lose her figure.
Okay, so the sister doesn't know why she had to get a surrogate.
Yeah.
She really just thinks it's because she didn't want to carry the baby.
That means, are you 5 years old? Like, do you have no insight of like what could have happened?
Yeah.
Or, like, there's so many reasons people get surrogacies. Like, you cannot think the only reason is because she wanted to be skinny. Like, there's no way. Unless
I guess they
slow.
just blamed it on infertility issues.
Maybe
you know?
they use it as but even still, infertility. Maybe they can lie and be like, she's infertile.
Yeah.
And it's not a lie. She did tie her tube. She is infertile.
So insane story. Like, sister,
that's
wake up.
Crazy.
Also, why isn't your husband offering to pay for his surrogacy to ask your brother? Like, as if they didn't already spend a fortune on their surrogacy. Like, it's not cheap. It's like in the 100,000s, you know? So yeah, no, that's a wild ask. And for you to act like that after being told no, like going and running to mommy and being like, Mom, he won't pay for.
He wants me to be fat.
Yeah, he wants me to be fat. Like,
and he wants me to have a baby naturally, and I don't want to. Why don't you just wake up?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're not ready to be a mom. I don't know.
I heard that like the people who carry the surrogate, like the pregnancy, they only make like 30-40K per pregnancy.
I heard it's not that much either.
Which is wild. No, you should be charging like an arm and a leg, bitch. You could fucking die.
Yeah.
Like, you ruin everything about yourself. Like, okay, I won't be that dramatic, but it is true. Like, you get it back.
It's a lot.
It's a very like taxing thing on your body. Like, you should be paying like 100K minimum for a surrogate.
I wonder like if celebrity ones or like super rich people get like they pay more money. Like, is there like they probably have control over like things you eat and like what you do in the day and like are you doing these certain classes? Like, it's not just get pregnant and give the baby. It's like get pregnant, go to your like you have to take certain vitamins. You have to go to the doctor all the time. You have to like there's a lot of responsibility while you're pregnant as well.
And for celebrities, it's more like security too. Because you remember Kim Kardashian's surrogate, like they found her. So
they found her.
And the paparazzi was like literally harassing her. So but not the asshole. I'm so sorry.
Don't even waste my time.
How freaking what's it called? Entitled can you be? I hate when people are entitled to people's money.
It's insane.
Like, that's your brother, but like still, that's his money. Like, he was gonna help you if you were actually having infertility issues.
Yeah.
You should have lied, bitch. You're stupid. Like, you should have lied and been like, yeah, I can't get pregnant.
Now because you're stupid, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just actually
should have kept that to yourself.
I won't even care if you don't want to talk to me because I won't give you thousands and hundreds and whatever of dollars because for you to get pregnant. Like, actually get out of my face. I really don't care. Would I be the asshole for dumping my girlfriend after she ignored my calls and messages and went clubbing while I was undergoing emergency surgery? I, 22 male, and my girlfriend, 22 female, have been together for 5 years. We've been together since high school, and until recently, I've always considered her to be my future wife. I even bought a ring and was planning on proposing over the coming months. Well, last weekend, it was my girlfriend's best friend's birthday. She and her friends booked a private lounge at a club. Obviously, I didn't go since I wasn't invited. And two, I hate clubbing or anything associated with that. Said I was actually looking forward to just binging Netflix or something. Well, my girlfriend left around 9 p.m. and I just crashed out on the couch and started watching YouTube. Well, around 11 p.m., I started to feel this distinct stomach pain, the same pain that you experience when someone hits you in the nuts. It wasn't bad at first, and I just thought my body was playing some tricks on me. But in a span of about 5 minutes, the pain just kept getting worse until I was basically stuck in the fetal position on the couch again. Initially, I just thought the pain would go, but then I pulled down my pants and I felt like my right testicle was starting to swell.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
Yeah. The moment I tried to get up and grab my phone to inspect whatever the fuck was happening to me, I just collapsed on the floor.
Oh
that
my
was probably the
gosh.
worst pain I've ever felt in my life. Imagine being pelted in the nuts over and over again. I did manage to crawl to the table next to the couch to get my phone. I immediately tried calling my girlfriend, but she declined my call. Then I texted her that something was wrong and that she should come home immediately. The club she went to is like a 5-minute walk from our apartment. I just put the phone down and started throwing up because of the pain. After throwing up for like a minute, it felt like the pain started to cool down, and I grabbed my phone again, and that's when I saw her respond. And she just replied with a, "What is it?" and then an eye rolling emoji. I tried calling her again, but as expected, she just declined again. I then texted her that I needed to go to the hospital now, and she asked for what. And I just replied that my balls hurt. I just then dialed for emergency services. I explained my situation to the emergency responder, and she asked if there was somebody that could drive me to the hospital. And stupidly, I said yes. I thought that my girlfriend would be home soon and that she'd drive me to the hospital. I felt embarrassed to call an ambulance because my balls hurt. After I told the emergency responder that she told me that she would call me again in 10 minutes to make sure that I was being driven to the hospital. I then put the phone down and went back to vomiting in our carpet. Again, after the pain went away for a bit, I checked my phone and then saw my girlfriend just responded with laughing emojis.
What?
I again tried to call her, but as expected, she just declined. She texted me that this wasn't the time to play games, and she then told me that if I texted or called her again, she'd block my number. I tried calling her again, but she declined again. And when I tried calling her a second time, I realized she actually blocked me. I went back up to curling on the floor, and now I started shivering. At this point, I didn't care about being embarrassed. I just called the emergency services again and asked for an ambulance. It felt like an eternity, but an ambulance eventually came, rushed me to the hospital. I don't remember much of the surgery since I was sedated, but I remember waking up eventually and my right testicle was being stitched together.
Oh,
the doctor informed me that I had testicular torsion.
Ugh.
I see that all the time. And
really?
And I was extremely lucky to reach the hospital in time. I could have easily been forced to surgically remove my testicle. I checked my phone. I saw the missed calls and messages my girlfriend left me. In summary, she came home from clubbing and smelled the vomit in our apartment. And when she saw the vomit in our apartment, she got mad. She tried searching for me in the apartment, and when she realized I wasn't there, only then did it hit her that I was actually being serious. I just texted her in which hospital I was staying in and my room number, and then I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning and saw my girlfriend on the couch next to me after she woke up. She started bombarding me with apologies. She thought I was joking, that I was trying to ruin the night, etc. I didn't have the energy to argue, so I just kept quiet. I was beyond hurt by what she did, and I wanted to break up with her right then and there. Why the fuck would somebody ignore 3 messages where their partner is begging them to come home? Not only that, she stayed in the club until 3 a.m. and didn't even consider going back home to check on me. She did stay with me in the hospital for the remaining 2 days. I admit she took good care of me, but I was still beyond pissed at her. Ever since coming home yesterday, I've been wanting to dump her, but at the same time, I feel like she genuinely thought I was joking and made a mistake. I feel conflicted, and I don't know how to proceed in this situation. Would I be the asshole if I dumped her?
You said you've seen that like a lot of times at your job. So what is it? It's like a cyst erupting or something like that?
I don't know what it is, but like like your like testicle like will like start to swell and like there needs to be release of like fluid or something. And it can be really bad, and it's very painful.
I imagine the pain.
Yeah, it's really 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 painful.
That's crazy. I kind of believe her when she thought that he was joking, but it's also like you live 5 minutes away. You could have literally went to the house to check up on him. Like, what does he usually call you this much when you're out?
So
like,
people were saying like this sounds like you have a history of bothering her when she goes out, maybe trying to ruin her nights out.
Okay,
you know, like and if that's the case,
she had a reason to not follow up.
Yeah, she's like, no, he does this all the time. He doesn't want me to have fun. It's my best friend's birthday. I'm having a good time. And then to find out it's a real thing, it sounds like, are you a manipulator? Like, is this something that you do? Yeah. And then now when it's finally real and you actually have an emergency, she's in trouble. you know?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think you would be the asshole because I genuinely believe that she thought you weren't I
genuinely
serious.
think so too.
Could she have checked up on you? Absolutely. You live 5 minutes down the road. You know, like it wouldn't take you anything to check up on him.
For sure.
But yeah, I don't think it's dump worthy. You've been with a girl since high school. Like you guys are only 22 years old.
Yeah.
And she was there for you when she found out how serious it was. It's very unfortunate that it had to happen the same night, same time. But you got to the hospital, you're fine. Like now she knows. Like if
I think this can be worked out.
Yeah,
I do think like okay, yeah. Now you have the right to be mad at her for like a month. Like you have
he'll get over it.
Like I want to know your history. Like if this is like if you have a history of doing this, if this is something that you've done before in the past and discussed, and like she's like, don't mess up my night.
Yeah,
I'm kind of on her side.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, you'd be the asshole.
You would be the asshole. If you really broke
up with her because she.
Yeah,
you know, like
I don't think he's serious. Like, why are you asking Reddit? If you really wanted to break up with her, you would break up with her. And you know,
like the thing is too, like look at your relationship. Is she a non-caring girlfriend in other aspects? If she does she ignore you all the time? Does she not like you know what I mean? If that's the case, then yeah, I think
it's
you
just
should
crazy
use this
like
to judge her.
Her blocking him.
Yeah,
while this is happening.
But
like,
I'm thinking like if that was me. And my boyfriend was calling me and like come home right now. I'd come home right now because he's never made me. Like, you know what I mean? We don't have, like, a history where it's like, oh, he's doing this again. Like, fuck, you know what I mean? But
it's also, like, he said it's a medical thing.
He just said my balls hurt.
That's it.
That's all he texted her. Like, and then she
you
laughed.
could have freaking explained a little bit further. Like,
yeah, if you're like, bro, I'm vomiting.
And, like, send pictures. You
know what I mean?
Something.
Like, now I'm shivering. And, like, you can go into septic
shock. Waited. Like, he literally just waited there on the floor.
And
like,
also, like, why are you only calling your girlfriend? Call your mother.
Someone.
Call somebody else.
Get to the freaking hospital, sir.
You don't call one person and you're done. I think,
yeah,
if you break up with her over this,
you don't need to break up with her over this.
This can be worked out, guys.
Am I the asshole? My wife decided she wants to allow my 15-year-old son to vape THC in our house so that at least he won't be doing it at school or other places. She also argues that every kid is doing it. I totally disagree.
What kind of stupid shit is that? What?
Am I the asshole? My 15-year-old son constantly gets busted vaping THC in his room. Last night, my wife decided she wants to allow him to do it in our house so that at least he won't be doing it at school or other places. Starting encouraging him to do so is completely irresponsible. Plus, he is so young, and THC creates cognitive issues, especially since my son's brain is still developing until he turns 24 years old.
Like, hello.
So that's basically it. Am I the asshole?
No. What kind of stupid mother is this? Why are you gonna let your son be high all the time?
Yeah. She claims he's been doing it.
I get it, but it's like stop. Like, no, you're not allowed. Like, and you're not gonna.
But that's not gonna stop him. Like,
I know it's not gonna stop him. But like, no, like the answer is I'm not gonna allow you to do it. Like, I'm so sorry. There has to be another way for you to. Why do you need to smoke? You're 15. What is going on?
That's the age where a lot of people.
And that's
get
the thing
into
too.
weed.
It's like so much easier said than done because it's like, is he a defiant kid? Does he not listen? Is he gonna be sneaky about it? Is he gonna do it regardless? Like,
he's
if that's
been
the
doing
case,
it. They said constantly gets busted. He's been doing it. So I'm just like, what are you gonna do? Like at that point, like you can only tell a kid no so many freaking times. He's gonna do it at school. He's gonna do it regardless. And now they made it the vapes have made it so easy for kids to get high. We did not have that shit, okay? And we're probably cigarettes. Literally, or like spliffs. That's it, or bongs or whatever. Yeah. Like we did not have
regular
vapes.
weed stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
But like all this, like
it's so accessible now for them.
Like, yeah, like,
obviously, I'm gonna still say no because like, what are you gonna do as a parent? The answer is still no. Like I get her logic. Like he's gonna keep doing it as he's been doing in the past, but put your foot down. I'm still not gonna. I'm not gonna allow you just because I keep catching you. I'm gonna keep catching you. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I guess just is
I would try my best to scare him. Like, listen, have you heard of psychosis?
He's probably gonna be like, shut up. Like
I will try my best. I can't give up though. Like I can't like just give in and be like, okay, here you go. Now you can smoke. I get the difficulty of like, what do you do with a kid who doesn't listen that's gonna do it anyway? Like, do you just create a safer environment for them to do it in? Like, what do you do?
I guess because we knew people in high school whose parents would allow them to smoke.
Yeah.
And didn't see a problem with it because why? They were also smoking.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. Like you can say all this, but
maybe what is the school? Is this a bad school that you're going to?
I think wherever you go, the teens will be teens. Yeah. Like the defiance is everywhere. You cannot.
Well, you're just gonna have to keep getting caught and getting in trouble with me. Then sorry,
if you were under my roof, I'm just gonna keep catching you and keep maybe taking away your phone, taking away things that make you wanna do it less or at least be more sneaky. Like, do something.
You're 15, you're so young. Like, I'm not gonna have a conversation with you like while you're high and you can't even hear me. Like, you know what I mean?
And is he slacking off in other things?
That's the thing too. Like,
is
that's
he,
not
is he
a very
doing good in
motivating
school?
thing.
Is he doing good in sports? Is he doing everything a 15-year-old kid
what
needs
it is,
to be doing?
You know what? We're gonna join you into a sport. How about that?
Yeah, like
you have too much off
time. That's what it is.
Like at 15, why are you smoking a pen? You have too much off time. Like, join a league of some sort. And don't tell me there's nothing that you like. There's something that's gonna pique your interest. Soccer, basketball, something.
Fucking young.
You know what I mean? Like, you're too young to have so much free time for you to just be high in your room.
Yeah.
Like, what are you? You're not. You know what I mean?
Because the vape is like you can really do it all day if you wanted to.
And that's the thing. Like, no, you're too young. Like, it's giving like you gave up at that age. No, you have to. You have to. Where's that competitive young spirit? Like, go.
Yeah, and if she's saying yes to this, like, I feel like you're allowing him to do whatever else he wants to do. Because my mom doesn't really care about this. Like, he'll have that mentality and think he can bring whatever like nonsense to you, and you'll just have to accept. All right,
good luck too.
Good luck raising that kid. All right, that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to leave a 5-star rating for us. We really are checking in on those numbers. Hopefully we'll get to 220 or something next time. But keep supporting our content, engage with us, let us know your thoughts, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Period.
Bye.